This doesn't feel, Greg Solomon, like the McDonald's I went to in Omaha, Nebraska, the year before last when I went to the big annual general meeting of Warren Buffett. I went to the one he goes to where he orders his breakfast at the drive-thru and he claims to do it every day. I think he's a McDonald's shareholder, so it's good for your PR. But it felt like a fundamentally different place. I mean, same vibe, but different. This is a South African version of a global brand, which is quite hard to ride the one and then drive the local content, isn't it?
Well, we're definitely investing 50% of our money back into our current portfolio because it's what's giving us the high return. So in a restaurant like we are in today, we happen to be in Edenvale area in Stoneridge, but if we had to go to Mamelodi, where I was yesterday, or if we had to go down to N1 City in Cape Town, you're going to feel the same. In big sort of urban cities, it might be an expectation for us. For smaller rural areas, it's an aspiration. But the one thing is that the Big Mac tastes the same, and it is the same, then our environment needs to be the same. We've got digital kiosks serving our customers now. We've got table service. We've got espresso-based cappuccinos. We've got paninis and toasted low GI.
It's a long way from
business.
It's a long way from Morgan Spurlock's, what was it, Super Size Me. You don't even use the term in McDonald's of Super Size Me. That's how much damage it was done to the McDonald's brand. Did that damage you? Did that hurt you? The Super Size Me movie?
It actually didn't. It just drove awareness. I mean, we're going back now maybe 8-9 years, but I remember maybe more 10 years I was in the business. It just drove awareness. And, you know, I think customers are really clever, and South African customers are really clever. We just want to just give them, I mean, anyone that's going to eat, super-sized McDonald's or extra-large McDonald's every single day for 3 days, you know, I suppose if everybody ate sushi every single day, they would get sick too. But the normal customer, the average customer, you know, that visits us about 2.7 times a month, all right, enjoys us every single day.
How do you know that? How do you know that people come 2.7 times a month? I mean, it's an anonymous place. I mean, if you walk in here, it's not like going to Cheers where everybody knows your name. You're old enough to remember the TV series.
Well, in the older days, it was a little more difficult. We had to do emergence and exercises where we can ask people to fill out surveys and statistically get that right. Now it's getting a little easier. Now we've got an app, we've got a self-ordering kiosk, you've got a cell phone, and we can say, actually, Bruce, you haven't been in a McDonald's for 2.7 times this month, have you?
No, I haven't. And now you know. Now you know officially. But if you go to that digital device, and if you have a handheld device and you've got an app, is that fundamentally changing the dynamics of the traditional McDonald's queue where you stand, you better know your order, it's number 3, and you better get your order in fast because the guy behind you is going to elbow you out the way to get their order in, to get in and out within 3 minutes?
Definitely. It's changing the experience. And whilst we've added these digital devices behind us, we've also added 3 or 4 hostesses that are on the floor. We call them guest experience managers, which allows us to now change that experience, where now somebody will sit and interact with you or bring you your food. I mean, where would you expect it?
Is that why you come to McDonald's? I mean, is McDonald's going from the takeaway joint, the quick service restaurant, into something more experiential?
We definitely want to be there. We want to be a place that's safe, that's calm, that's cool. And instead of a place that you're just going to be shoving the food down before you get to your next appointment. Our lives are so busy. So there is a fundamental shift, there's no doubt. McDonald's has become a valuable 30 minutes of calmness. And that's what we're trying to create, and that's why we're transforming our brand.
Would you encourage people to sit down, exclusive books, they put comfy chairs in to read the books? CNA never put the comfy chairs in. CNA is going to go into smaller formats and may die.
Yes.
Treating the customer like a human being is quite a nice trend.
Very important, and I'm seeing it in breakfast time more than any. Breakfast time at 5, 6, and 7 in the morning, you've got businessmen and businesswomen, all right, working in McDonald's restaurants with the free wireless network over here. Log in, and this has almost become an office for a lot of people. And
what did the Starbucks founder used to call Starbucks the third place, or the fourth place, or the fifth place? It was another place.
Yeah.
And the idea of Starbucks in America in the early days of Mr. Schultz's incarnation of Starbucks, he wanted precisely to create that feeling that this was a welcome place, that you weren't going to be chased out because of the sausage machine nature of the quick service restaurant business.
Absolutely. Look, I still 12.5% of our business is still about kids and Happy Meals. But that's a big change since 1996, where almost 40% of our business was about kids. Maybe those kids now are 25-year-old and 30-year-old moms, and they're coming back to McDonald's to drink cappuccinos.
How did you deal with the criticism of McDonald's? Where, I mean, even kids who never went to McDonald's would say, I want to go to McDonald's because they give away toys and very trendy toys and the Disney characters and all of those sort of catch-all things. How did you deal with that criticism? Because it was a very real criticism that the only reason grown-ups went to McDonald's is because they were forced to by their children.
I think, that criticism was, I mean, it's not like it's only McDonald's. I mean, we can go to a lot of different characters on a lot of different products. But for McDonald's, it's not about the toy. McDonald's, it's about special moments, loving moments. And can you imagine just opening up that box and I get my fries and I get my juice and I get that and there happens to be a toy and I got my mom and my dad with me. That's what McDonald's is about. And whether the toy...
Your mom and dad just want to send you to the jungle gym to get rid of you because you're a pain.
Well, if they're jumping around and being active, we're happy too. But
that's also a fundamental change. And again, I give credit to Morgan Spurlock for driving a change in McDonald's. I mean, was he pivotal?
I don't know if he was really pivotal.
Wasn't that the watershed moment for McDonald's, where McDonald's suddenly has got the jungle gyms, has got healthier options on the menu? It forced a rethink.
I don't know if I want to give him the credit. Perhaps he was a catalyst in one way or form to the McDonald's business. But if we strip it back down to special moments, if we strip it down to value, if we strip it down to a place that needs to be modern and contemporary, McDonald's needs to change. The way we play with our kids, the way we eat, the type of food we're drinking, the type of rooibos tea that we're drinking today, we have to change, and we are changing. That takes brave leadership, that takes big commitment, that takes long-term investments, and that's what we're doing.
In the world where people they pretend to go to Kauai and love the salad, and I'm sure there are people who do, I mean, it's quite interesting that people are going more towards health. I mean, is that a trend?
Definitely a trend. We can feel that as a trend. But more than health, it's also about choice. You know, for me, if I was an hour on the bike this morning and you did a walk this morning, there's different nutritional values. Are you getting your protein? Are you getting your carb? And I'm speaking a lot about our food now and a lot about our health, because South African consumers want to know more than anything else what is in your food. And I'm telling them what's in their food, because there's nothing for us to hide in McDonald's South Africa food.
Greg Solomon, Managing Director of McDonald's South Africa. It's a tale of extraordinary growth and extraordinarily difficult times, thinking about the country differently, thinking about the economy differently, and taking a product and targeting it and investing money in that product to grow in an economy that if you were in ICU, people would think you were dead. That's it from Taking Stock. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to Greg Solomon, and thank you to the very nice staff and the very patient customers at the store in Edenvale in Johannesburg. That's a wrap from Taking Stock for this week. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.